I have been procrastinating watching this for literal days because I saw this in theaters and I just remember it being like heinously bad. But I'm hoping now that I have more context, I'll like it better. I don't know.
Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania.
I don't even really remember what happened in Ant-Man 2. I just remember it was like the villain didn't make sense. I was like, why don't you guys just talk to each other? So, what the fuck are those weird alien things? Oh, okay, is this a flashback to when she was in the quantum realm? At least this time I kind of feel like I know what's going on. Like, I know who that lady is. That's Janet. Hold up. That's the guy from Loki. Scott just being a little local celebrity. This is so cute. People asking him to take pictures with their dogs. Baskin Robbins. I like Hope's hair. This little pixie cut, she looks cute. Just the fact that Scott wrote a book. Weird Cassie recast. What? This girl playing Cassie is wearing some truly absurd fake eyelashes. Scott, why are you listening to your own audiobook? I was just happy to meet a raccoon who could talk. I'd have just broken you out with ants. She's calling him Grandpa? Did Scott and Hope like get married? Or how are the Pims? Grandpa? What? I'm confused. Oh, they're all enabling her. He's like, who's we? Oh, Hank. Ant science. Oh. The ants built technology. Hey Cassie, can we not fuck around with the quantum realm maybe? I just don't think we should be fucking around with any realms. Janet, maybe we shouldn't lie about the weird shit that we saw in the quantum realm. Was that version of the guy from Loki the same one as the guy from Loki? Because there's like a lot of him, right? Okay, I'm remembering part of why I didn't like this movie. I'm getting the Doctor Strange nausea. Also, it's just all green screen. I guess at least the quantum realm looks cool. It's just like none of this looks like a real set. Did they build any sets for this? Timeline wise, like release timeline wise, I feel like this was probably released like what, 22 or something? 23? So like this has to have been filmed like during COVID-ish time, so it makes sense that they're probably just on a soundstage for all of this, right? I'm trying to logic my way into liking this a little more, but I just always feel weird about like entirely green screen sets. What the fuck? There's like some hovercraft like scanning the mushroom forest thing? What's happening? There's quantum people in the quantum realm? Why are any of them humanoid? Like, I guess, I mean, there's no real way of knowing how the science here works. Like, I was gonna say, I feel like the physics of this place don't really make sense, but I don't know necessarily that the physics of the quantum realm would adhere to the physics of our realm. I've said before, I don't really know anything about physics. So, maybe. If it's a place outside time and space, time especially, why did Janet age? I really don't like these weird snail horse things. I'm terrified of snails. I don't like this. I love Hank Pym. He's such a simple man. I like ants. I know he's like proper mad scientist in the comics. Plenty of people told me that like he's the one who created Ultron in the comics, but movie Hank Pym, I like him. Oh, I love the subtitles. Male alien exclaims playfully. What? How many holes do you have? Just like, why would there be humanoids in the quantum realm? Stop asking questions. Stop asking questions. Just believe it. Just buy in and it'll be better. I need to not ask questions about things and I enjoy them more. Okay, there's quantum cops in the quantum realm. What? Oh, Hope and Hank drank the ooze. Cool. Janet was a terrorist? I feel like I'm just gonna end up with more questions than answers. I just keep scratching my head in confusion. Bill Murray? What are ants anyway?
What does this remind me of? I don't know, maybe the last scene of Guardians of the Galaxy or something? Bring out old famous actor in a kind of dapper outfit. I like his jacket.
It's a nifty jacket. Quantum backstory in the quantum realm. Oh, Conqueror and Citadel, and okay, she's talking about the guy from Loki. I see why people said to watch this before Loki season 2, because like, okay, this guy came up again. Interesting. Bill Murray has a thing for Janet. The fact that they can still get small in the quantum realm seems like redundant. Like, they're already super small. You would think that hitting the button would make them bigger. But again, physics, I don't know. Oh my god, it's the B-fuck. Oh my god. He just looks like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, dude. Like George Lopez. I definitely thought he was a TV screen face, but now I'm realizing it's just the animation. Like, his head's big, his body's small, which is weird. But it's giving George Lopez. MODOK? What does MODOK mean? What? I really didn't understand this movie the first time I saw it. I mean, I barely understand it now, and I know what led up to it, but wow, that first time, poof. MODOK. Oh my god, mechanized organism designed only for... The proportions are so weird. His arms are coming out of his ears. What? Oh my god, multiverse mention in Multiverse Saga. Insane. I didn't know they could do that. Like, there's just been so little mention of the multiverse this entire time. I feel like the version of him in Loki didn't have a scar. Like, I don't think this is the same guy as the one from Loki, is it? Gotta give it to the man. Pretty cool spaceship design. This voice that Kang does, it's the voice that everyone who's like new to D&D does when they can't do a British accent and they think, this will be a good character voice. Oh my god, like it's so High School Drama Club. It's so wild that Loki ended with like him taking over the TVA and like the timelines all branching and time kind of collapsing on itself, I guess. And we just haven't seen what the fallout of that is. Like, there's just been no consequences at all. It's weird. Is this about to make me cry? Dad stuff makes me cry. I mean, I don't know. He just had a moment with Cassie that made me feel like I might be about to cry. Okay, there's... what? Multiple Scotts. There's a Baskin-Robbins Scott. Why are you dressed like that? Big Scott just turned into Silly String.
Come back. Just come back.
Okay, I might cry. Here's Cassie.
Come back one more time.
It's like in the first one when he heard Cassie and he was able to escape and oh man. He's a good dad. You know, I didn't see World War Z, but I saw the trailers, and this like tower of Scots is reminding me of the World War Z trailer. All the Scots can work together because they're all just trying to get back to Cassie. Okay, so he can't just shrink this thing? That was a pretty cool shot, all of the Scots and all of the hopes just like converging into just one possibility. That's pretty cool. But now they're making the thing smaller so the guy can be evil. There's still an hour left, so like it has a chance to get like really bad. And it's been kind of preposterous so far, but I will say, like, as a story, it's pretty tight narratively. Like, there's not a ton of characters, and all the characters, like, you understand what they want and what their goals are, and like you have a clear villain and a clear hero, and Janet works as a really interesting foil to Scott. Like, because she does want to save the world, but her aims, like the way she's going about it, are definitely very different than Scott would go about it. Like, I don't know. I don't know that it's like good, but I do kind of appreciate that they have like a point A to point B, that this is a very clear like flow of a narrative overall. Like, credit where credit's due. The fact that there's ants in the quantum realm now, okay, I may have spoken too soon. This whole ant thing, pretty silly. But they did introduce the whole ants having technology thing at the beginning, so it came back, and narrative precedent, I suppose. The ants have science. Do you think they also have, like, poetry? Hank read Scott's book. Aw, Hank. This, like, army of quantum cops, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I think this might be what Star Wars is. I've never seen Star Wars, but I think this is Star Wars. Cassie getting on and giving a rousing speech is very... it's very much... Steve and Winter Soldier being like, I know that some people still want to prevent Hydra from taking over. Oh my god, according to the captions, the quantum cops are called quantum knots. I have holes. What? I love Scott fighting with this giant circle thing, like it's a shield, like Cap. Like, he loves Cap so much, and he's like, he's got his own little shield. It's like part of a building or whatever. That was just like a cute moment for him, you know? Amen, Cassie. It's never too late to stop being a dick. Amen. King, I just like don't think that it's super impressive that you've killed a bunch of Avengers. Like, other people have killed Avengers, probably. Like, I don't know. Oh, ants. Ants. Maybe it's the fact that I'm on my 4th margarita. There's grenadine in it. That's why it's pink. But I kind of like this. Good for you, Darren. You're not a dick. You are kind of George Lopez in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, just like vibe-wise. But you did it. I'm proud of you. You always were a brother to me. Darren, what are you talking about? Darren, you did not die an Avenger. Urine. Mm-hmm. I mean, if he's dying anyway, yeah, I guess let the guy have it. Kang, fuck off. Scott, go home. Scott. Oh, fuck, Scott. Hope? Come on, Hope, bring Scott home. Come on. You're both here now. Come on. Get him and then go through the friggin' portal. The portal's closed and Hope and Scott are both stuck. Oh. It's probably fine. Stop overthinking. I mean, they fired the guy and they didn't recast him, and they're doing a whole different thing. So, you know, Scott, I think it is fine. I think you did win. Oh, did Hope change her hair again? She's blonde in her hair now? I'm gonna say something so controversial. I don't think that was that bad. I went in with such low expectations because I hated it when I saw it in the movie theaters. Like, I have Regal Unlimited, so I see movies for free. So I saw it just to see it. And I thought it was bad because I didn't know what was happening. Now I know what was happening. And I know that the Marvel fandom at large doesn't like this. I see it in my comments all the time. But I don't think it was like great cinema, but in terms of like a cohesive narrative, I don't think it was that bad. And I think it had to do like a lot of legwork in terms of setting up the Kang storyline in the movies. And I think it did that. Like, it had a lot riding on it that clearly ultimately doesn't mean anything, but it did its best to set all that up in the movies, like outside of the TV shows, and I think it did it. I think, like, a big part of my complaint with Black Panther 2 was that it felt like 2 movies in one, and it was way too long, and it just wasn't like a cohesive storyline because there was just too much going on. This was one cohesive narrative. I don't know that it was a great narrative, but I liked that it was tight. It was cohesive. It got from point A to point B. It did what it needed to do. I don't think this is that bad. I think there are many Marvel movies that are worse than this. Yeah, I actually think that this was better than the second one. Like, the villain is more clear and his motivations make more sense. Sorry. End credit scene. Oh. Okay, there are more Kangs. I have to wonder how they're gonna resolve that Kang thing, because clearly those guys are never gonna come up again. End credit to Kang. Old-timey Kang. It's Loki and Owen Wilson. Morbius. He has a name. Oh my god. What? Loki season 2 right now. I have to go to sleep. Loki season 2. I want to see Loki and Morbius in lots of different silly costumes. That costume at the end there. Oh my goodness. Oh, Loki season 2.